there have been many times when God has moved in my life through supernatural abilities and supernatural ways of like providing for me financially, providing for my family financially, providing for just us in ways of healing and everything like that. But I think the biggest way that he's moved in my life is when he's moved in my heart, and shifted my heart, my mindset about certain things. In 2020, I had a lot of people pass away. I had friends pass away. I had siblings of friends pass away. I had parents of friends pass away. Friends of friends pass away. It was just a spirit of death was very eminent in 2020. And that was really difficult to deal with. And the enemy immediately swooped right in and was like, when you pray, nothing happens. Not only did he say when you pray, nothing happens, but he even said when you pray, the complete opposite happens. So you pray for healing and they die. You pray for faith and they start fearing. You pray for endurance and they're in their faith and they walk away from their faith, or they prove to be somebody who's never really strong in Jesus in the first place. And that was really difficult to deal with. It was just battle after battle after battle after battle. And I almost was completely silent during that time of isolation in 2020, because I was like, I don't want to pray, because when I pray, I believe that voice saying, when I pray, nothing happens, nothing shifts. And I don't really want to read my word because it's just like empty promises. And that was like a real moment in my life where I was like, I just don't want to do this anymore. And I couldn't walk away from my faith because I knew God was good. I knew he was real, and I couldn't like completely get that out of my mind to walk away from my faith altogether. But I just didn't really want to participate in scripture, in the word, or anything like that anymore, because I was like, I'm not seeing fruit of it anywhere in my life. And it was difficult to deal with, like I said. But God placed people in my life to encourage me to get up and keep praying. Even when I didn't see an answer, even when the answer was no, to keep praying. And that big realization happened when a month ago I had a friend pass away, and I prayed for healing and he didn't get healed. And when I saw that he didn't get healed, instead of doing what I used to do, which was, okay, cool, nothing that my prayers don't work, nothing like that. God doesn't really see my hurt. He doesn't really see my pain. I guess he just doesn't really care in that way. Or maybe he just like wants to override all of my emotions and hide them away from the Lord. I straight up just gave them to the Lord. I was like, Matt, I'm mad at you, Jesus. I'm mad at you, Father, for not healing my friend and letting him have my emotions. And saying, I'm mad at you. I don't understand why you took my friend away from me, but you're still good. You're still a good God. And that was when I really saw, like my endurance, my faith, my strength in the Lord was built in that time of, I'm not seeing you. I don't feel you. I don't really want to be around you right now, Jesus. And it's like when you have a sword kind of situation and you keep sharpening it and sharpening it and sharpening it, you don't see how actually sharp it is until you start to cut things in your life or cut things around it. Like you cut, paper, or you cut, with the situation of like an axe, you cut wood. And that's when you can see how really sharp that axe is, or how sharp that sword is. That's exactly how it is with my faith, and that's exactly how it was that's how it is with everybody's faith, of like, okay, I'm getting sharpened, I'm getting refined, I'm getting stronger in my faith, I'm getting stronger with the Lord, because it's not anything that we can do, it's ultimately what God does at the end of the day. And now God has placed me in a situation where I have to see how strong this actually is. And that shift, that mindset shift of nothing I do, changes situations to he's in control. God is the one who ultimately decides at the end of the day, and giving that over to him Not saying that my emotions or any of our emotions aren't valid. That's not what it's saying at all. It's saying God is the one who's in control at the end of the day, and he's also in control of my emotions, and I can hand them over to him. And so that kind of re-sparked this desire of, I want to pray. And it doesn't mean that I'm constantly praying all the time, every second of the day. Like, I'm not like Paul or anything like that. It's still a challenge, and it's still hard to just get up and pray. But it's endurance that was built up at the end of the day. And that's my encouragement to y'all. Let that endurance build up. Let God refine you. Let God shape you, and see what he does in your life.